Oftentimes on this show, I talk about things that I'm frustrated about in politics or media, but today is not one of those days. It turns out that Americans do not like being lied to over and over again, and they see now how disconnected leftist media is from reality, and they're tuning out because of it. David Pakman, if you don't know him, he's a leftist political commentator. He's big, he's very large. He's got about 2.6 million subscribers, and he had an absolute meltdown after losing subscribers following Trump's massive victory. Take a look.
I'm going to tell you something that is terrifying me. I always try to come here and put a positive face on everything, but there is something going on that is terrifying me. When I woke up this morning, we had lost 5,000 YouTube subscribers compared to where we were last night. Now, the first thing I thought was, is this a glitch? We've been on YouTube for 15 years or something like that, and subscribers always just go up. They just never go down. They go up. Is something wrong with my channel? Is someone attacking my channel? What's going on? So I started texting, and I texted Brian Tyler Cohen, and I texted Tyler Cohen, and Brian Cohen, and Brian Tyler, all of them. I texted all of them. I texted Jesse Dollemore. I texted Luke Beasley, and Farron Cousins, and Sam Cedar. And every single one of our channels since last night is hemorrhaging subscribers. What is it that is going on? Here is a graphic. As you can see, subscribers just go up, 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 and they are down. It is not just YouTube subscribers. We are seeing record cancellations of paid memberships. Record cancellations. These are the people that keep the show running.
So I'll show you some more clips in a second because he becomes even more manic, but let's all help David out here for a second. I don't know if you've watched him before. I actually think you should go watch him. He represents well the delusion of the left, and I think everyone should see that. But let's help David out. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not a big tech crackdown on liberals, David. It's very simple, actually. David Pakman sold a lie to Americans listening to him, and they were in the majority. That's what they believed. They believed that the average American liked kids transitioning, that they loved 10 million immigrants coming into our country. They actually believed, this is the craziest one in my opinion, that the economy was doing well. And they were looking around themselves in this community with David Pakman, and they were believing the things that he was saying, and they were thinking, yeah, this is the majority. This is how Americans thought. And because of that, they thought Kamala Harris would win. And they were wrong. They were very wrong. And when they saw Trump won, especially in a very landslide-like fashion, obviously in the Electoral College, but then when he wins the popular vote, which even people like me who always predicted Donald Trump would win, I did not predict that Donald Trump would win that much of the popular vote. He's got 4 to 5 million votes up on Kamala Harris. That's a big win. That's a big majority. And when they saw that, they realized that they were not on the right side of history, because that's what you heard on the left. You always heard that. You've always heard, oh, those MAGA Republicans, they're going to know that they were on the wrong side of history. I think people, and I'm talking about people on the left, obviously people in the middle and the right never thought this, but I think people on the left are looking at what David Pakman has been serving them, and they're realizing that he lied to them. Or at the very least, if he didn't lie to them, that he is no longer a reliable source of information. So that's why David lost 5,000 subscribers. By the way, David lost 5,000 subscribers. I only have 5,000 subscribers. But guess how many I lost when the election was called? 0. I didn't lose any subscribers. You want to know why? Because I wasn't lying the whole time to you guys. When I was analyzing the numbers, showing you the polling, showing you my theories, it was actually based in reality. And that's what the left can't do. They can't be based in reality. So enough about me bragging. I'm glad that none of you subscribed. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe, because we talk about things that are true here. I don't censor myself. I tell you what is real. That's something that David Pakman refuses to do. And again, it's not me bragging, but it's about this video isn't about me bragging, but it's about David Pakman and his complete meltdown and him not realizing why it's happening. So the next part that I want to show you here is literally of him asking his viewers to tune out for a certain amount of time. It's kind of weird. Take a look at this.
If you're feeling burnt out, I encourage you, take a break until the inauguration. It's months, okay? Mental health break, do it. But when we start canceling the subscriptions, we are in an algorithmic desubscription spiral right now, because when people start unsubscribing on YouTube, YouTube thinks, oh, we probably shouldn't recommend this content because it's generating a lot of unsubscribes. So then the content doesn't get recommended. And then the message doesn't get out. And then next election, they win by even more.
So he's actually right about all of that, but the problem is that, and I've talked about this in past podcasts, it's not just the political commentators, it's the politicians as well on the left right now. They are looking at the Trump victory and they are refusing to be based in reality. And because of that, they're coming up with false diagnoses of what happened. And because of that, they're going to keep failing. And what it means for David Pakman is that he's not taking accountability for his election coverage. He has lied to his viewers. He told his viewers that people wanted Kamala Harris when in fact they did not. And understandably, some are pissed because they look at that. They know that David Pakman's not a journalist. And I hope you guys know that I'm not a journalist. I've never called myself a journalist. But you should be able to watch someone knowing that they're telling you something that's true. And his viewers realized that he's not, and they're pissed. And so, I have to show you the end of this video because this is where he gets really, really manic, and it turns into this like weird money grab. I think this is the most interesting part, and he kind of shows his hands a little bit more clearly than the other clips. Here we go.
So my request to you today is, please resubscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't watch the clips for months if they're not doing anything for you. Okay, but all of a sudden in 12, 14 hours, the entire progressive media ecosystem is under a threat I have never seen before. We've never seen anything like this. Consider, this is the moment where we have to support independent progressive media. If it's not my show, that's fine. Okay, there's plenty of shows you can support. Consider getting a membership. Consider it. We have a code. The new coupon code is not again. All one word, not again. It really represents the dread that we are all feeling. Consider getting a membership. If you want to understand what happened, I outline it in the book, The Echo Machine. Please pre-order the book.
So he's begging. It's a money grab. And he says that he has never seen an attack of independent progressive media like this. David, buddy, this is a random Tuesday for conservatives. Like, you're talking about losing 5,000 subscribers because they don't like you anymore? I think he's got this idea that big tech is working against him. The FBI literally has been proven to collude with social media companies to suppress conservative political commentators. That's something that's actually happened. It's proven. Twitter actively suppressed conservatives in the coding. That is suppression of independent media. By the way, I've never called for the suppression of progressive independent media. No conservative has. I didn't show you the clip, but later in that clip, here in that video, he talks about how conservatives don't want him to be up and talking. I don't think that's true at all. Please, if you're going to go out there and tell people that people love Kamala Harris, go do it. I think that's fine. If you want to lie to your audience, they're not going to trust you. So go ahead. I mean, he is his worst enemy. He doesn't need big tech to suppress him. He doesn't need conservatives to attack him. He is doing a bang-up job on his own, and that's the problem. That's what he's not seeing. David, you lost subscribers because they realized you have been lying to them. And unfortunately, he's not going to learn, but I hope you all enjoyed watching his tears nevertheless. If you guys are like me and you love listening to your favorite podcast while getting ready for your day, that's usually when I watch them at the gym sometimes or driving to work, you guys need to check out Overhaul FM. They have access to hundreds of thousands of podcasts, including mine, of course, at Overhaul FM, and it is by far the best app to listen to those podcasts. Here's the reason why, in my opinion, and it's my favorite feature of them by far, which is that they have a For You section, kind of like Instagram or TikTok or any real sort of thing. They have an actual For You section, so they take the things that you like and they give you suggestions. It's something that other podcast apps really don't have. In any case, they don't do it nearly as well as Overhaul FM, so you got to go check them out. Again, it's for free. So there's a link in my description below. It'll take you to where you can download it. You can download it either on Apple or the Google Store. Again, that's called Overhaul FM. Use the link in my description to check them out. 60 Minutes interviewed Trump's new border czar. This guy is very, very funny. Take a look.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
I love it. I love this stuff. The money argument, the stuff he says at the end is really funny, and it's just true because he's just like dialed in. But the money argument is really silly when you truly understand the chaos that is happening at our southern border right now. Let's just imagine for a second that Chinese boats show up on the coast of California or Florida, and we get some message from our president. And our president said, let's say it's Donald Trump, let's say he comes to us and he says, hey guys, it's going to cost $250 billion to fight off the Chinese. Is that even relevant? Like, it's an invasion on our country. The cost almost doesn't matter. You got to defend your country. If you don't defend your country, it's really not a country. And that goes for invasions as well as the security of your border. But if you look at what is going on our southern border right now, it's pretty much the same thing.